And a shake of the hands. What could that have been over, I wonder? Bobby Fish moves in to the quarterfinals. According to Heyman, sources are telling him that an announcement will be made on Smackdown Live next week for Shawn Michaels. Heyman and Fish will be there with a front row seat for a proper goodbye. The SmackDown Women's title up for grabs. Becky Lynch can have a rematch against Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross leaves. Still the SmackDown Women's Champion. Samoa Joe against Kazuchika Okada. No! Nakamura! Kinshasa! Okada wins and Nakamura hits an old rival again. Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live. We are continuing on, of course, tonight with the tournament to crown the next number one contender for Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. And here tonight, some more big matches on their way for you, including, of course, that big match right at the end of the show, including a man who we have waited a long time to hear or see anything about, AJ Styles. Of course, will be in action in the main event. That being a very, very important scenario to take note of as we head into the last SmackDown of the year. Big question, of course, to ask is, where is Styles at? What is Styles believing as he heads into this huge match here tonight against Kevin Owens after having screwed over Dean Ambrose about 2 weeks ago? What will happen here tonight on SmackDown Live? There are plenty of questions that need answering. And lo and behold, we're going to be starting things off here tonight with them getting answered, because it's finally time to hear from the phenomenal one. And here he comes. We've waited a long time to hear from this guy now, especially since Fully Loaded. What the hell is AJ Styles all about now? Where the hell is he at? And I think that is a question that very much needs an answer. Is he in the originals? Is he the leader of the originals to go along with it? Or is he a man going to the beat of his own drum? That is AJ Styles' duty to answer. And he discusses being the phenomenal one and being back in the house that he believes that he built. He's the one who put SmackDown Live on the map, and he believes himself to be the very best as well. However, since that injury, of course, he is not ready to return until the Royal Rumble. How did you get cleared for the tournament then? And instead, well, there answers one question. If Bad Luck Fale has taken his place, yes, AJ Styles is a part of the originals. But as for the leader of the originals, AJ Styles informing us that we can keep our mouth shut because it is none of our business who leads the group. Except for the fact that it is. AJ Styles saying that the originals are the best there are on SmackDown. They hold the tag titles, the Intercontinental title, and soon, one way or another, the WWE title to go with it. As for a leader, they're all brothers and sisters in arms, and that is to dominate SmackDown and make everyone shut up. AJ Styles saying that they don't care what questions come their way. They don't care what people think about them, because the originals are simply here for one thing, to make history and for everyone to witness greatness. But before they're able to do that, they need to discuss Becky Lynch's failure in Styles' eyes. And on the topic of failure, saying that Becky Lynch let down the originals by losing the SmackDown Women's Championship. In their eyes, she has disgraced the originals, and she is unworthy to be an active member. So as a result, she will be nothing more than a valet for the originals until she is worthy. That is a very harsh punishment, but the originals saying they are a family and they have no mercy and they grow by tough love. You either wear gold or you shine the boots. The originals are here to stay, however. They are taking over, and there is nothing that anyone in the back can say or even do about it. Well, there answers one question. There answers both, really. AJ Styles a member of the originals? Yes. AJ Styles the leader of the originals? doesn't seem to be the case. Seems as if there is no leader in Styles' mind. But now we know where he stands. Well, yep. No doubt about it. Plenty to talk about there. But it seems as if that is going to be a topic for another day because... Well, it's not going to be a topic for another day, really. It's going to be a topic for later on, rather. As we have the WWE Championship Tournament to continue on with here tonight. It is going to be... the penultimate week of the round of 16 matches. 2 more coming your way here tonight. Next week there'll be, I believe it's Dolph Ziggler and Kota Ibushi, along with Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricochet. As for tonight, we've already seen it. We've already seen the graphic for it, and one thing that I'm certainly looking forward to is this match right now, is to see Matt Riddle in action for the first time since Fully Loaded. Riddle, of course, the last time he was in action was screwed over, is the only simple way you can put it, by a returning Sheamus, which certainly was a surprise for us all to see Sheamus back in this universe. We thought he had quit. That had not ended up being the case. And he cost Riddle a chance to defeat Bobby Fish, a man who, as we saw last week, has progressed. Forgot that this was his opponent, so I kept on talking. Nevertheless, I don't know where I got cut off at, but what I was going to say was that this is important because the winner of this gets to meet Bobby Fish in the quarterfinals, so it is of paramount importance for Matt Riddle that he beats the leader of the D.C.C. and Chris Sabin. Of course, the D.C.C. already have a foothold in this tournament right now. Baron Corbin in the quarterfinals, as well, thanks to the man who we just saw making his way out in AJ Styles. He completely and utterly, Chris Sabin, as we said, has... Baron Corbin has AJ Styles and AJ Styles alone to thank. That definitely wasn't a job of working together between the originals and the D.C.C. That was just Baron Corbin doing... that was just AJ Styles, taking care of his own business. What I found interesting then about Styles' little speech to open up the show is that he didn't address Dean Ambrose. He didn't talk about him. He completely blanked him out. He didn't discuss him once. He didn't bring him up. He didn't say why he turned his back on him. Didn't even say how he joined the originals, whether or not when he decided to join the originals. There is still so much left for us to guess almost after that. If anything, it's left us with more questions than what we had coming into the show. And speaking of questions, one thing that I just remembered from last week's show, we saw it at the start of last week's show, we saw it in the little recap of that show as well here tonight, is there going to be an announcement from Shawn Michaels here tonight regarding what Bobby Fish and Paul Heyman believe to be his retirement. We, of course, do not know if that's the case or not. We can only estimate and assume. But will there be an announcement here tonight from the Heartbreak Kid regarding his future in this universe? I do very much wonder what the outcome of that will be, whether or not we'll see it here tonight. I have heard the rumors, and of course we all had, they got engulfed by Heyman and Bobby Fish last week when they said that there was an announcement to be made here tonight by Michaels. And I do wonder if that'll happen. Plenty of action to go on here tonight for there to be an opportunity for Shawn Michaels to come out and declare if that is the truth or not, but we'll see about that. There is actually a lot of great matches on their way here tonight, including, of course, the 2 tournament matches we have here tonight. Bad Luck Fale going to replace AJ Styles in the tournament because AJ Styles is quote-unquote injured. I mean, hard for me to buy that one in all honesty after what we've seen him do it Fully Loaded and then 2 weeks ago, but seems as if that is going to be put into place. It seems as if that is going to happen. Fale will represent AJ Styles here tonight. Oh god, look at this right now. Chris Sabin, meanwhile, in the ring. Back superplex. God! Oh my god! A huge impact for both guys, but Riddle's still able to kick out of it very early on indeed and keep his hopes alive in this one. Sabin, though, firing away right now. Going after the arm of Riddle there, perhaps trying to take the bro mission away from him, thrown into the turnbuckle. Able to move out of the way of the running splash attempt from Sabin, however, and the strength of Riddle shining through. From a UFC fighter, of course. That mixed martial arts background of Matt Riddle has become a focal point to his wrestling style. And on top of that, Riddle's strength is just something to behold as we see him throwing around the former NXT champion. In the turnbuckle, went for the kick there, countered, thrown into the turnbuckle himself. Will Riddle hit him with some kicks now? No, goes to throw Sabin out of the ring. Sabin hangs on. Not for much longer, though, as he's drop kicked to the outside. And Riddle fired up. He knows that at the grand end of it all may well be a WWE Championship opportunity. But what really has to be going through his mind is the fact that if he wins here, he gets Bobby Fish in the quarterfinals. And let's see if he can make that happen. Look at this. Look at this. Bro to sleep. And a running kick in the chest right after it. But oh, the D.C.C getting involved. Corbin trying to get involved. Trying to help out Sabin. And a Saito suplex is getting the leader of the D.C.C right back in this one. Corbin making a huge save there. But oh, there's another knee right in the face for Sabin to endure. And look what's happened here. Corbin sliding in a chair now. Matt Riddle doesn't care though. Look at the strength there. Simply outstanding. Are we going to see it now? Are we going to see it now? Bro mission. Bro mission. Bro mission locked in. The bro mission is applied. Sabin kicking, trying to fight his way out of this one, and he is just about hanging on in there still. My goodness, he is still in this one. Riddle, though, hard strike in the face, but Sabin in with a great counter. This is what makes Sabin so tough to beat. This is what makes the former NXT champion and the leader of the D.C.C such a tough guy to crack. Can hang on in there through everything. This is why he leads the faction of the D.C.C. Good counter there, though, by Riddle, hanging on in there still, able to counter Sabin. Sabin able to counter him back, however. Went for a flying forearm. Riddle just swats it away. Fisherman's suplex. No, oh my goodness, looked like he might have been taking a small package there, but it decided at the last moment maybe to not go ahead with it. What could happen now? Riddle has him. Oh, it's a tombstone! A tombstone from Riddle! Crosses the arms over after the leaping tombstone, and Corbin gets involved. Corbin getting involved in this one. Sabin still in this. But seriously, for how much longer? Middle of the ring now. There is absolutely nowhere to go. And this time I don't think Sabin's finding a way out of it. Bro mission applied again. Sabin is... he's done. He is done. Chris Sabin taps out. Matt Riddle wins. And Riddle moves on into the quarterfinals. And more importantly, into a match with Bobby Fish in the quarterfinals as well. The chance for revenge is there. The chance to extract the revenge that never came is now awaiting him. Will Matt Riddle be able to exert that when he meets him in the quarterfinals? We await to see. A huge win for Riddle there, however. And a date with destiny is on its way for Bobby Fish. Will he be able to overcome overcome Matt Riddle? There is a strong part of me that hopes no. Let's move on though here to our first match featuring the originals tonight. As coming up next, it is going to be the Usos against the Gorillas of Death. Well, let's think about it. This is this matchup though right now is a really grand opportunity for the Usos. Getting an opportunity, non-title of course, against the tag team champions. They've been here once before trying to get the opportunity to have those titles around their waist. I think that was heading into SummerSlam. Didn't quite happen the way they wanted it to, of course, because the Gorillas of Destiny, 7 months on, heading into 8 months now, still hold on to those tag team titles. But it has to be said that the Usos have been impressing as of late as well. I mean, I think back to Baron Corbin's match after joining the D.C.C a few weeks back, and it was it Jimmy Uso I think he took on? And, well, he was giving him such a tough performance. He was not giving in. He refused to stop. He was honestly he was frustrating Corbin. You could tell that. And that's why Corbin, I think, chose to end things in that match with the Sabin Liza and not with the End of Days. So the Usos certainly still with a chance to impress as this stacked tag team division keeps on trying to find a team that could hopefully go towards the opportunity for those tag team titles. War Machine, if I had to say right now, I think War Machine are the number one contenders. I think they're right at the top. Last week they comfortably knocked off the former challengers in the Young Bucks. That's just my train of thought though. But here are Tama Tonga, Tanga Loa. The Originals ready for tag team action again. The last time we saw them, they waltzed to victory at Fully Loaded over the Young Bucks with ease in what was perhaps their most dominant title defense yet. The Originals, the Gorillas of Destiny, whatever you want to call them, they have been a huge factor in this group of the Originals. They've really been kind of the focal piece of it, because as titles seem to come and go from the Originals, you can guarantee those tag team titles are staying around their waists, as they have done since before the Originals were even formed. They have been at the forefront of it. They've almost been the workhorses, and I hate to say that about these two guys. But let's see what will happen right now. The Usos will start things off here with a lot of fire in their mind. Remember, these guys, all four of these guys come from Samoan heritage, but they are not related to each other, which is a very interesting thing to think about. Just a little interesting thing to take into your mind. Fale, Tangaloa, Tama Tonga, all related, and all, of course, coming from Samoan heritage, as do the Usos. The Usos and, well, the Tongans, I guess you would call them, not related. Nevertheless, this match is on its way here. And the Usos have got off to a fresher start here. Tag made. Let's see what they'll do right now. Double super kick on its way. Not going to be the case. Going to be throwing from one into the other. Samoan drop there. Planted him down. Tama Tonga in trouble. Jimmy Uso, the one in control now. Good counter there by Tama Tonga, however. And maybe now he'll be able to tag in his brother in Tangaloa. The Silverback Gorilla will make an addition into this matchup here. And the tag team champions ready to go. Double back body drop there. See, good counter there. Dragon screw by Jimmy Uso. It may well be the case that frequent tags could be the name of the game here for the Usos to overcome the Gorillas of Destiny. Think about it, the longer you stay in this match, the more likely you are to get worn down, and the more likely the Gorillas of Destiny are to take control of that as well. And so if you can get tags in and out, if you can try and wear down your opponents while keeping yourself fresh, you find yourself in a quite good case to perhaps pick up a victory here. Nice forearm in the face there by Jey Uso with a hard strike there. Counter, gets forearmed. And again, Tangaloa has the arm of Jimmy Uso here. Didn't pan out the way he wanted it to, though. Sent into the turnbuckle finally. Tag made. Jey going to be coming back into this matchup. Jimmy holding him at bay in the corner. Taking a big runner, but a forearm cracks him right in the face. Good stuff there from Jey Uso, now fresh in this one. You can tell these teams know each other really well, their ability to counter one another. It seems as if there's a reliance on controlling the arm as well, trying to get some mat control. Jey Uso with the counter there. Look at the counters though. And thick and fast in this matchup between these two sides. Tangaloa lifting up Jey Uso right now and sending him into the turnbuckle. Drop kick into the back as well. That's going to hit the back. The ribs. No doubt about it. Tangaloa sending him into the turnbuckle and moves out of the way, though does Jey Uso. Corkscrew forearm in the face. Nice stuff there. And if I was Tangaloa, Tama Tonga, I would have considered tagging myself in there. Great work there by Jey Uso, though. Arm drag into a neck breaker. The Usos really taking care of business in this match right now over the tag team champions. Great bit of things to see here from these two The twins working together better than the brothers. Double super kick and Tangaloa hits hard. Tag going to be made though. Tama Tonga coming in now. The bad boy in off the tag. Drop kick there. Super kick by Tama Tonga. Look at that, just came running in there with that double axe handle. The frustration there really showing on the face of, or the expressions of Tama Tonga. No doubt about it. Going to set him up in the turnbuckle now. There's the splash after it. Tama Tonga might think that the splash is enough to close out Jimmy Uso here. And his brother comes to the save. Jay making the save when it mattered most. And look at this now. Up to his feet is Jimmy Uso. Lariats. Ducks the clothesline. Leaping one of his own. Tama Tonga goes down. And he's in trouble now. As the arm. Tequila Sunrise. Tequila Sunrise of Jimmy Uso. Tequila Sunrise applied on Tama Tonga in the middle of the ring. But the tag team champions are not going to tap out here. Tama Tonga hasn't been worn down enough in this match to tap out. What a big boot. Oh my goodness, that one came out of the blue. Look at the strength. Running power slam. Taking a page out of his brother's book there. And now we look to finish things his own way. Tama Tonga. Gun stun. Countered. Discus forearm. What an insane match this one's been. There's no other word for it right now. The Usos able to take care of the Gorillas of Destiny almost at every turn right now. But for how much longer can this afford to keep on going for them? Here we go again. Tequila Sunrise again. It's going to be locked in. Tama Tonga in trouble. Will he tap out here? Will he submit to Jimmy Uso? Could this be one of the biggest wins for the Usos since arriving to Smackdown Live? Rolls through and kicks him away. Tama Tonga able to stay in this one again. He needs to make the tag into his brother. Badly here as well. You can tell that he is hurt. You can tell that he is not that far away from giving in, and that's got to be commended by the Usos. Tag made. What's going to happen now? Jey Uso up high. It's going to be the Uso splash. Here we go. Uso splash connects. Oh, but Jimmy Uso left the ring at the wrong time. And Tangaloa were able to make the save, but Jimmy Uso taking care of him. Rikishi driver. And a Tequila Sunrise on its way again. This time from Jey Uso. The third Tequila Sunrise on Tama Tonga. Will it be enough? Tama Tonga doing everything in his power not to tap out. Tangaloa isn't there to make the save. And yes! Tama Tonga taps out. The Usos just beat the tag team champions. And we talk about this a lot within this universe. If you beat the champion, you become the #1 contender. You just do. So it has to be said, is this now the moment where the Usos have just become the #1 contenders to the tag team titles? I know I talked about War Machine being near the top, but the reality is that everything has changed with a victory here for the Usos. And now we're left asking, what the hell do we do now? If the Usos won, in my mind, and I'm saying this as a fellow GM, that would make them the #1 contenders. We'll see if the SmackDown general manager agrees with that. In my mind, he should. They just beat the tag team champions. That's a huge win for the Usos. Time to move on though here. We've talked about AJ Styles a lot here tonight, but now it's time to see the man in action, the man who he screwed over, Dean Ambrose.
3, 2, 1.
And it's not going to be a good time for the man that he's facing, because Christopher Daniels is doing this one alone. We've already seen Sabin earlier on in the evening, suffering defeat to Matt Riddle. Baron Corbin now, as the sole member of the D.C.C, is planning out his future in this tournament and how he's going to progress towards getting what he would hope to be that opportunity at Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Coming out right now, of course, is a man who is no longer in this tournament because of Baron Corbin, and of course mostly because of AJ Styles. There was a man who was also completely ignored in AJ Styles' returning talk at the start of the show. Dean Ambrose has got to be fired up. He's got to be pissed off more than anything else. The thought process of not having a chance to continue on in that tournament, and the thought process as well of being completely ignored by AJ Styles as well. Where is the head of Dean Ambrose at after all of that? What does he think after all of that has transpired? And what is he going to do here tonight to Christopher Daniels in way of a revenge as well? Daniels would love to pick up a win here right now and show the D.C.C what he's about. Imagine having a man like Dean Ambrose right now who's off his game a little bit, but a former world champion nonetheless. First man in this universe to have held every single secondary title. Imagine what it'd be like to have a win over him. Christopher Daniels, though, in a little bit of trouble right now as he's getting absolutely blasted there with strikes. Dean Ambrose's frustration certainly airing right now as he takes down Christopher Daniels. Here, Michinoku driver plants him down to the mat with it. Cover by Ambrose here. Gonna hope that he's done enough to put away Daniels, the former NXT and is it WWE Tag Team Champion as well? Did he hold the titles? No, I don't think he did he? Definitely NXT Tag Team Champion nonetheless. Christopher Daniels has always had his specialties in the tag team wrestling. But since arriving at Smackdown Live, it's almost been an afterthought for the D.C.C as the focus has been on Chris Sabin. Daniels getting planted there with a hard power bomb. He is going to try and fight back right now, though. Pretty much the lackey for Chris Sabin, has to be said, but there is no denying that Daniels is talented as he hits the Sabin-lizer there, and he thinks that's going to be enough to end things over Ambrose. Not a chance, only a 1 count. Big chop in the chest there. Look at this. Ambrose countering Daniels with ease there and knocking him back down on the mat with that overhand punch. Daniels rocked a little bit by it, but still able to counter here. Gonna bring him in. Nice suplex by Daniels. So every day we get to see Christopher Daniels in action. And despite his age, despite his veteran stance within this universe, and of course within the in-ring wrestling as well, Daniels is always able to put on a good show to go with it. So what he's going to do is he's going to look for another Sabin-lizer. If he was, there's a great counter by Ambrose to stop that one from happening. Take him to the turnbuckle. No, take him to the ropes. Ambrose in. Irish whip. Counter by Daniels. Don't turn your back. Lunatic Lariat connects. And everything Ambrose is doing is setting up as a reminder for AJ Styles that things aren't finished between the pair of them. There is plenty more hatred where Dean Ambrose came from, and there is plenty more unfinished business left to take care of as well. Destroying the arm right now of Christopher Daniels. Ambrose going back into the cover. Thinks he's done enough for victory here in this one. Daniels still kicking out. I don't think it'll be for much longer if you ask me. Ambrose is just tormenting him right now. I would have thought he would have gone for dirty deeds to try and end this. There we go. I say the words and he's ready for it. Daniels is finished here. Dirty deeds. Connects. Cover by Ambrose. 1, 2, 3. It is over. Dean Ambrose, your winner, but that does little to silence the problems that Dean Ambrose still has going on in his mind. That does little to squash the issues between Ambrose and AJ Styles. And, well, with Styles not in action here tonight, will Ambrose look to try and get vengeance over Bad Luck Fale in the same way that AJ Styles did to Dean Ambrose 2 weeks ago? That is a question that could be asked, because that is something that could happen. I'm not saying it will, but I'm saying that it could. Dean Ambrose, your winner here tonight, regardless of it. We'll see about that in the main event of the evening. Coming up next should be pretty interesting, as the Riott squad is in action. More importantly, Sarah Logan. She goes one-on-one against Paige. Well, here they come. The Riott squad certainly has been on some pretty good What's the word I'm looking for? Run, as of late. That's the word. They've been on a pretty good run. More importantly, while Ruby Riott's been the one on a good run, she's been picking up wins here over these last few weeks on Smackdown Live. Of course, now it is a completely open playing field in this women's division, following last week's title defense for Nikki Cross and what we heard at the start of this evening by AJ Styles. Becky Lynch is going to be a valet until she has learned her lesson and until she is ready to go for another opportunity at this title. Harsh words, and it may well have opened the door for the Riott squad to walk in for an opportunity. We could see if that'll be the case or not, but with plenty happening next week in this universe, well, technically in this universe, technically not, regarding the Mae Young Classic that'll be on its way. It wouldn't surprise me if we have some talk about some women following that tournament heading into this universe. We shall see though, but as for right now, Sarah Logan prepares for a match against the former women's champion in Paige. She was a women's champion over on Raw for about 6 months, if I remember correctly, at the mid to end of last year. This year, however, has not had the same success for Paige. She had an incredible match at WrestleMania against Rosemary, but of course she came out on the losing end. Since moving to SmackDown, she's been caught up in the midst of everything, really. I mean, there was the Nikki Cross stuff, and then of course came along the originals, and Paige was did I say Nikki Cross? I didn't mean to say Nikki Cross. I meant to say Nia Jax. That was the one. And then there was the issue of the originals, which of course she's kind of left Paige in trouble and kind of put her to the side, really, as the originals did what they had to do in the women's division. Now, though, she's shared. She's got a great opportunity. However, she is at a very large disadvantage here. 3-on-1 effectively in this one. Worked for Matt Riddle earlier on the evening. Will it work here for Paige as she takes on the strong, almost ripped, buffed Sarah Logan. Buffed was the word I was looking for. There we go. Look at Sarah Logan's physique. Compare it to Riott and Morgan. She's got much more muscle going for her. She may very well be one of the strongest women on this roster. Because the strongest would without a doubt be Nia Jax. There's no doubt in my mind that it's not Nia Jax either. Look at these forearms in the face here, though. Good counter by Paige. Able to move out of the way. Drop toe hold, and Sarah Logan goes down. Don't count out Paige's ability in this ring, of course. She is not a former women's champion for nothing. A former member of Bullet Club as well. To go along with it. Went for the knee in the corner there, and all that has got to be a nasty impact for Paige. Smashing her knee into the turnbuckle, and then a back suplex follows up after it. Sarah Logan now in control here. Paige able to move out of the way. Reverse DDT connects with it there. Good stuff. And now we wait to see what Sarah Logan can try and do here. This time, Paige able to get the knee in the turnbuckle from behind. Now free opportunity. German suplex, Bridges after it. Will this put away Logan? No. Ref too slow in to make the count. And as a result of it, Sarah Logan able to kick out very early on. Now Paige is the one sent in the turnbuckle, and a knee in response by Sarah Logan there to Paige. We've seen Logan and Liv Morgan in action once each in that tag team match where they made their debut alongside Ruby Riott. Look at this now by Sarah Logan, the way she's got those arms locked around Paige's neck, effectively trying to choke her out. Paige, though, can hang on in there, force her way out of this hold. Spinning back fist, and Paige could be in trouble. Sarah Logan could be in trouble. She will be. There's a Falcon Arrow. Good stuff there, but can Paige keep on going here? She most certainly will, because here we go. Paige Turner! Paige Turner to Logan. Will that put her away? Will it be defeat for the Riott squad? No. Kick out at 2 there. Sarah Logan still not hanging, still not giving up in this one, though. Look at that retaliatory punch and the knee right after it. My goodness. That rocked Paige, sent her flying to the mat, but she is still hanging on in there and still able to kick out this early. Kick in the gut. This ain't looking good. Powerbomb attempt maybe on its way. Indeed it is. Up on the shoulders. Paige needs to escape. Oh, buckle bomb. The power of Sarah Logan shining through there to its fullest extent. In the turnbuckle goes Paige. This could be dangerous. Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan cheering her on. Paige, though, able to come in with a counter. Quick shots there. Able to connect with a couple, but Logan retaliating there. And there's that knee again. And Paige goes down to it once more, but she's trying to force herself up to her feet. But I think the Smackdown Women's Champion, Nikki Cross, is going to be paying attention to this, as does Ruby Riott with all of Riott's recent successes in these last few weeks. Paige, though, hanging on in there, able to keep on fighting. And look at this now from Paige. Clover hold, Clover hold. Texas Clover hold, Texas Cloverleaf, whatever you want to call it. She's got it locked in. It's not the PTO, but it certainly could be enough for another submission victory here tonight. It will not be. Logan able to push herself out and escape that hold. Good kick there by Paige. Counter by Logan, though. Thrust kick into the gut. Running knee in the face again. She clocked her with it. Cover made. Will this be enough? No. Pay attention as well. Liv Morgan's brought a chair into the mix here. Could be very dangerous indeed. Chair in the ring. What could happen here? Morgan getting involved. Logan with the chair. Oh, right in the gut. Referee noticed it though. Hadn't turned the attention. Paige wins by DQ. A miscommunication in the Riott squad leads to a victory for Paige. That was a very, very big mistake made there by the Riott squad. And Ruby Riott's frustrations on the outside could be showing. Your winner, nevertheless, is Paige. See what has to be made about that, but we're going to move on here to our main event of the evening. It is the second match in the tournament. It is Bad Luck Fale, Kevin Owens. And here we commence with the main event of the evening. Bad Luck Fale, of course, taking the place of AJ Styles in this tournament. Styles saying that he's injured and he can't continue on, which obviously I don't buy. Nevertheless, Becky Lynch going to be accompanying Bad Luck Fale to the ring. She has been told to learn her place in the originals. The tough love kicking in. And she will be a manager until she has learnt from her mistakes and she is ready to make another impact in this division. We'll see about how that one will go, but nevertheless, Fale here with a great opportunity for him, it has to be said, but the last time he went up against Brock Lesnar didn't really go that well for him. He got decimated by him at No Way Out. No Mercy, sorry. Nevertheless, I'm surprised Becky Lynch's tiny wrists aren't broken there by Bad Luck Fale punching into them. But I digress. Fale ready to go here. Of course, the winner of this one will meet, if I remember rightly, oh my god, I forgot who it is. Oh, the winner of this will meet Baron Corbin. That's right. There we have it. So we'll see how that one will go. Of course, if Ambrose had won it, you better believe if Styles didn't get involved and he let Ambrose win, there is no doubt in my mind that Styles would be in this tournament right now because he would want to face Ambrose in the quarterfinals. He'd want to get through him and he'd want to move on to the finals. But there is that part of me that is wondering, why didn't Styles want to do it? Why did Styles, quote-unquote, back out? I don't know. I can only assume. I am, of course, believing it to be the case that he isn't injured. I 100% do not believe that he's injured. I think AJ Styles is fine. I mean, come on, this guy's hit 2 phenomenal forearms as of late. He's showing he's fine. But I don't quite understand why he hasn't done it. Maybe he wants to go to the Rumble. Maybe he wants to win the Rumble. A main event WrestleMania for the originals. I don't know. What I do know is that Kevin Owens is a man who is hungry for an opportunity at the WWE Championship and hungry for an opportunity at Brock Lesnar as well. This is a guy who, of course, has been fighting tooth and nail to earn his position on Smackdown Live, and he's going to do exactly that here tonight in this main event. Kevin Owens, of course, within a week of being a part of this brand, was pretty much told that you've got to fight to stick around here. And he had to do that against John Cena at Fastlane. Was it Fastlane? Yes, it was. Against John Cena at Fastlane, and he did it. And since then, Owens has been trying to earn his keep, trying to show what he's capable of here on this brand, trying to impress everyone. And in the time that has taken as well, he's earned the respect of this crowd back as well. Owens went from being one of the most vilified guys at the start of the year to becoming a guy who, to the Kevin Owens that we remember in this universe, the Owens that won 4 WWE titles, the Owens that ended factions like Scum, the Owens that fought for the crowd 24/7. And now he looks to return to that nature here. Perhaps in this tournament, perhaps by starting things off with a victory over Bad Luck Fale. You can see Owens knows he's at a strength deficit here. Fale, the bigger man, the heavier man. Kevin Owens going to have to think on his feet to try and beat him here. Big, hefty club to the back there. And Fale just throwing Owens. Talk about uphill battles. Kevin Owens has got one here now, and we can progress on here. One next week against Baron Corbin as well. The, once again, taller, heavier man. And then when he gets, if he can get through Fale and if he can get through Corbin, then comes the semi-finals where he could be taking on any one of Kota Ibushi, Cody Rhodes, Dolph Ziggler. None of those three guys are easy. Kevin Owens and Kota Ibushi do go back with some bad blood with one another as well, dating as far back as the start of the, well, no, actually, a little bit over a year ago when Owens turned his back on the crowd of SmackDown Live. Look at that. See that? He hit him with a punch, and Fale just shrugged it off, essentially. He stumbled back a little bit. This is the problem that Owens has to deal with. What a spear by Fale. Will that move him on to the round of 60, to the quarterfinals? Sorry, no, it won't, though. Owens kicking out and hanging in there. Fale in with another cover. Here's the can again, trying to tire out Kevin Owens. And this could do it. Is he going to look for the grenade? Is he going to look for the bad luck fall? What is he going to do here? Grenade! Great counter from Owens. Last minute counter by the prize fighter. That is great stuff from Kevin Owens, but he stopped there. And Fale continues to do work here now. The single leg Boston Crab applied. Owens crawling. A 300+ pound man sitting down on your leg. That is torture, but Owens hangs on in there. Becky Lynch has just been watching on the outside. Notice she hasn't got involved here at all. Kevin Owens is doing things by himself, though, and you've got to commit. No way. No way. Owens in. Pop a power bomb. 1, 2. No. Fale kicks out of 2, and Owens can't believe it. How much did he put into that pop-up power bomb? But at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. Fale still in this one. And Owens is desperate for victory here. Kick in the gut. Look at this. Look at how easily he gets him up there for the single underhook. DDT! Will this put away Fale? Owens hopes it does. Wow. It certainly didn't. Let's just say that. A kick out at 1 by Bad Luck Fale. Kevin Owens now wrenching that side headlock on. Not letting up here as he tries to take control of Fale. Trying to keep him pinned down on the mat, but Fale up to his feet quickly. Wrenches with a side headlock, a little bit of his own. Caught him there with a fairly weak shot in the gut, has to be said. Fale up and over that top rope. That's dangerous. Owens going to back up. He knows not to try and risk something big happening here, but Fale not moving, and also wasn't even playing possum. I think Ambrose might... I keep on saying... I don't know why I'm trying to say Ambrose. I think Owens might have something on his mind. Fale could be fatigued. Think about it. Fale's had to go through a lot of punishment and has had to kick out of a lot of moves, and he's been getting worn down. Wow. Owens could have worn him out by now. That could be a great opportunity for him. In the turnbuckle we go. Owens may have something in his mind here. It's just dawned on me as well that we haven't heard anything about Shawn Michaels at all here tonight. Owens, went for a cannibal senton. Fale came in with a counter. Fale going to slam him down. Look at the strength. Samoan drop to Owens. As I was saying, we haven't seen anything about... Wait a minute, what the hell is this? What the hell is this all about? Top rope from Fale. Oh my goodness! Down on the knees of Ambrose. But how much... Owens even. Jesus Christ. How much of Owens needs that take out? Owens rolls up Fale. No! Kevin Owens so close, just not close enough to finishing the deal. Sumo Enziguri though by Kevin Owens, the prize fighter, still going on. Kevin Owens in, kick in the gut, no way, package, pile driver to Farley. He covers the underboss, 1, 2, and he's done it. Kevin Owens wins. And Owens is going to the quarterfinals to face Baron Corbin. Kevin Owens has done it with a huge win over the underboss and over the originals. Owens wants to prove he belongs on Smackdown Live. Well, damn it, he just did a great job of that right here, right now. Becky Lynch didn't even get involved in this one. Kevin Owens, however, waltzed on to a tough, hard-fought win. A hard impacting main event right now, and I am hanging on. I am waiting. But it doesn't seem as if it's going to happen. Nothing about Shawn Michaels here tonight. I think Fish and Heyman may have been lying. I think they may have been, I don't know, what was that talking all about last week then? There's nothing of Shawn Michaels here, and why is the question? Seems to be a question asked a lot on SmackDown Live. Why? Well, the next time we're on this show, we'll be closing out the round of 16, that's for certain. And now we close out this episode of SmackDown Live. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And ta-ra.